Yo, what's up guys? Network here. Today I'm going to be talking about some of the matches I played over the week. This is Disc Priest Rogue as Assassination versus Holy Paladin Warrior. There's going to be 5 matchups of this comp and just how we beat it. So they go super aggressive on us. They pop in, they run in with Hodge. I'm running Blood Splatter, so I have extra damage from bleeds, so I'm going to be getting Rupture up. The big thing for me is obviously right here, make sure you disarm the Blade Storm. And then I will blind the War Mastery cast. He has no trinket. It's super DR'd. I don't think I'd actually do that again, just because it's kind of a waste of a cooldown. But hey, we're just kind of talking over what happened and talking over these games. So I'm really trying to keep Rupture up, and I'm trying to Envenom pretty much off cooldown. You want to keep your stacks of Deadly up, and you want to make sure Wound Poison stays up. So I'm literally just going to sit on the Warrior. And I think that's the great part about Assassination, is the damage feels absolutely insane. I'm currently running Web Death in my main hand and Twilight Mist in my offhand. I've actually seen a lot of people and had a lot of people ask me, like, are you supposed to run two 1.8 speeds? And it's funny because I remember back in the day, that's what you would do. But right now, just with how Deadly Poison feels like it does the majority of our damage with Envenoms, I think it's best that you run a quicker offhand and even like a quick, not offhand, Jesus, a quicker main hand, and then you can have like a slower offhand. I like having wound on my offhand so then I can shiv up wound poison as well. Obviously, if you can get a sap, it's super, super important. As you see here, I open with a Garrote. I'm then going to Rupture because I'm running, like I said, that bleed build, which I'm bleeding 30% more damage. He's going to use Retowel. We fear off of my sap, and we're just pressuring. I don't know why he trinketed that blind. I'm still trying to get used to the DRs. He didn't need to. But, I mean, maybe he did. The Warrior's kind of taking it. So I'll just cheap shot that cast right here, and we'll go for a kill. Um, as you can tell, guys, my damage feels ridiculous. We were playing sub disc. We played like 4 or 5 Holy Pally Warriors, and we are just getting absolutely stomped. And I was like, yo, I'm going to play Mutilate and see how this feels. So this feels really good so far. All right, next game, same thing. You really want to go in and get a sap. If you can't get a sap, that's okay, but you really want to make sure you get that Garrote up, Rupture, and just get the damage rolling. Your priest needs to be aggressive. As you notice, my priest is always going for fears off of my sap. So if your priest isn't getting fears off the sap, that's an issue. I play with a very, very good priest. Thank God he's playing again. Yay! So I'll have more content of different matchups and things we're playing. Sorry, I haven't also been streaming a little bit. My headset broke, and then I ordered another headset, and then that didn't work. And then now I'm back to that broken headset, and I kind of figured out a solution, but whatever. It is what it is. So I gouged the cast here. Super important. Keep wound up. And Envenom just cooks. Like, this guy's D'd up. I'm running at this guy. Okay, so right there I cheap shot the cast because he Aura Mastery. So Aura Mastery makes it so I can't actually kick him. So it's good just to stun those heals, and we just run down that Warrior. Like, I don't know what they can do. It's crazy that I can trade damage with the Warrior. Mutilate with bleeds feels absolutely ridiculous. If you guys want me to post the spec, leave a couple comments down below and say, hey man, I want to know what spec you're running, and maybe later today I'll post an 80 upgrades of my gear and spec. But some people want it, some people don't. So we open here, we get shield wall, which is crazy. That's their big defensive cooldown, and we're just kind of just face tanking him, and we're just keeping bleeds up, making sure we're getting 5 stack of deadly, and we are just big boy Envenoms. So I mean, I'm trading better than he's trading with me because we have powered shields, so he's kind of rage starved. I'm gonna blind there. We get trinket off of it, and it's just he's struggling to keep this guy up. So I gouge. Priest is gonna run over. I have cold blood up. So with assassination, you have 2 cold bloods because you're running preparation. So you can cold blood and venom, prep cold blood and venom technically, and just boom. But yeah, that warrior just gets eaten alive, just absolutely eaten. So I really think assassination's strong. I think people were kind of memeing, talking about it being trash. With all the plate teams out there, I think it's going to be really important to at least understand it, because I think if you're not running it, you're going to lose a lot of games. I prefer subs still, but yeah, this is another team that's super good. At least the Warrior's good. I don't know who the Paladin is, but it's funny because so we're obviously winning this game. But they end up rage quitting at the end because I don't even, yeah, it was weird. But That also just goes to show that rank 1 players are kind of egotistical and they should probably just chill. But you can see how much pressure I'm pushing out, guys. Like it's just just keeping bleeds up. I'm pretty much like a warrior here, right? Like it's like your PvE rotation. Like how much can you parse on this guy? Um, it's funny, but it's true because if you can keep a lot of uptime and really really do damage to these people, like you're gonna be able to win a lot of matches against plate. We were beating Preg DK a lot. We're struggling with Holy Pally DK a little bit still. That one, desecration or whatever that big slow, it just sucks, especially as Mutilate. So that's one comp that we are struggling with. But Holy Pally Warrior, I think as soon as we changed specs, we went like 10 or 11 and 0 into the comp by just sitting on the Warrior with pressure, getting fears when we can, and just kind of never letting my deadly fall and just envenoming off cooldown. Just the biggest damn. So, I mean, like I said, these guys are good players. So, the Warriors' uptime's really good. Uh, Usually we try to dispel freedom, but we're running kind of as well. It's also a mana game, so you have to remember that. Paladin's also here, but the game hasn't been going on that long. So it's interesting to kind of watch and see how fast Wrath of the Lich King plays out. People run out of mana, so my priest is going to go for a drink. Paladin's going to have to go for a drink. It looks like he uses Divine Plea to get mana back. We get a nice little Divine Hymn. Priests are kind of crazy right now too. I'll go for a sap on the Paladin. Stop the first tick of the drink with Distract. And then I'll sap. My priest is just getting mana for days. Mana for days. So Pally sapped right now. Warrior's running at priest to try to get him to stop drinking. And he then laughs and leaves the game. So that's when you know you won. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this. Make sure to like that video. If you want the spec, make sure to write it in the comments for me. All right, peace, boys.